rained all night. I picked up a Mitsubishi Lancer for a guy. Here in a second, I'll show you what I'm doing today. Today, I'm up here with this Harbor Freight cutoff wheel, and I'm cutting the bottom studs because they're broken. They're broken out of the heater box anyway, so I can get the heater box off the cowl, and then I'm gonna lean the car forward and cut across the floor because I'm using that one's floor with this firewall. Probably gonna try to join it down here. They had theirs joined all the way up here, and I don't see a reason to do that because you can see that, and mine, most of it's fine, other than, you know, there's certain spots that aren't, but most of it's fine. So I want to cut this and cut that, and I'll be back in a second and I'll show you a little better what I'm doing. Alright, so I took the wiring harness off, and believe it or not, as bad as that all looked, the wiring harness only really had one wire cut, and that was for a tack that was stolen. You can see what the firewall looks like, and I can promise you this is in a lot better shape than it looks like it is. I'm cutting out the rust and I'm leaving the rest, and then I'm going to use what I have to with that car. So back in a second. Alright, so I just got done cutting out most of the rust. The know anything about these cars, the mounts, I'm probably gonna have to cut out some of the metal from the back side of this mount so I can clean that out, because it's full of dirt and everything else. So I'm gonna cut part of that out and paint it and join it with that one's floor because it's aftermarket floor pan. And then on this side, there's still some rust here, but I want to patch and go. I want to cut and patch and do stuff like that to it. So this is probably about as much as I'm going to use of the factory firewall, and I hated having to cut this high, but there was a rust seam right here that I had to get rid of. Drill out all these spot welds and cut and do whatever I have to do on this one to leave the rocker here and cut the rocker off the cowl, save the rocker, save this floor, and put my cowl back down on this car, lining it up with the front mount. I want to measure the door gaps, and I want to measure, I want to measure from here to here, you know, it's checking it and everything, to join it at the bottom, and probably measure the distance between here and here. I want to join the A-pillars in the middle. To leave this alone, I want to join it in the middle with mine. In other words, and yes, I'm going to have to patch this up too. But I'm not using this rocker because this rocker is full of rust and been welded and everything else. I'm going to use this part, or try to. I'm going to use this part of this car. And my yellow car's rockers. I really don't know how to explain that any better. But I'm going to separate all this. I'm going to drill the spot welds out. I'm going to separate all this. And on this car, I'm just going to butcher it until I get all that off to figure out how to get all this off. Because there has to be a way that maybe I can join this. Even if it just means I cut this car, through here to here and down. And just use the yellow to replace that with. But I'm trying to use as much of this as I can. It's about to start pouring down again, so I figured I'd show you this. Sorry, it ain't going to be a longer video, and I didn't get to show as much as I normally try to, and I'm using as much of this as I can. But if you have watched the video before this, you can see there's really not that much left of that car. This is really as much left as was usable, and that's just barely usable. But I got that trimmed off, got the dash pad took off, got the heater box taken the rest of the way out, the gas pedal, and in a few days or so, closer to the end of this week, I'll show you some more. So please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.